What's up, guys? So today's video is our tarot card reading for the month. This is normally how we like to start the month off, get a little bit of cosmic guidance through these cards, and as always I've also got the full meaning on the website. Link to that will be in the description, as well as reading from my own little book. I have been told multiple times that even though it's not a party game, that I should bring these when my friends are drinking, and I'm there like, yeah, they're a good quality card, but I don't want them to get wet, because half the time that liquid's either the condensation from around your glass or your bottle or whatever, or it's the alcohol itself, and I don't know what that's going to do to the cards. So yeah, anyway, that was off topic. We'll get back onto topic. We have the Empress is our card for this month. We are up to, I think she's technically the fourth card, but she's listed as the third. Yes. So including the Fool, she's the fourth card. But since the Fool is numbered 0, she is the third card. Right, so we're gonna leave the book reading to the end, and I'm just gonna get onto the website, which I have to look all the way down for because my cord's not gonna let me sit it just here. Neither is all the stuff on my table. I am overdue for actually cleaning it. The room looks clean in the videos, but I'm not showing you the floor. Alright, so as we've discussed before, we've got upright and reversed. So upright, the keywords for this one, we may as well chuck all the keywords in at once. Right, then, okay, so upright, we've got femininity, beauty, nature, nurturing, abundance, and this one basically says the same things. Goddess, femininity, Mother Earth. So femininity is both in both of them. Mother Earth and nature kind of get there. The only real difference is that the book says goddess and those have beauty, nurturing and abundance. But we get the general gist of what it's going for. The reversed ones, this way. About water card. I'm experiencing this myself. So the website says creative block, dependence on others, and then the book says dependence, attachment, and fruitless. I'm definitely in a creative block at the moment. Normally about a week out before the month starts, I have my entire schedule for the month planned out. And that's not the case this month because I have no idea where to put things. I'm still trying to work it out. I've got enough to get through like the first week, so I've really got to knuckle in and try to organize the rest of the month so that we don't have a repeat of last month, which was just abysmal. Alright, so the description here says, and before I even get into this, because I know that these are using different cards to what I've got. While this entire deck, I believe, is based off a Rider-Waite deck, the cards are made to celebrate color and emotion and stuff like that, and are therefore not the actual representation of what the same cards would look like in just a plain Rider-Waite deck. Meaning that some of the symbolism has disappeared. If you want a good example for that, I will leave the tarot playlist down below. Go and check out the last video, which was the High Priestess, because there was a lot of symbolism that was really not translated from the original cards to this deck on that card. Cool, so trying to, you know what, I'll get an image, I'll put it there so you can look at this while I read. Alright, so it says, the Empress is a beautiful, full-figured woman with blonde hair and a peaceful aura about her. As you can tell, our card does not have blonde hair. On her head, she wears a crown of 12 stars, showing her connection to the mystical realm and the cycles of the natural world, the 12 months of the year and the 12 planets. Now, I believe in the 12 planets, they're going, I think that's the Sun, the Moon, the other 9 planets, Pluto included NASA, and I think Ceres, which is one of the moons of Jupiter, I believe. I believe Ceres is in there as well, unless Ceres is another dwarf planet that I've not heard of. But yeah, I believe they're the full 12. I'd have to double check that though. Maybe I could make that a video for this month. But cool. As we can see, we have got a crown. It doesn't represent 12 in it, like, at all. It's just a pineapple because the whole vibe here is very tropical. I mean, the whole vibe here is very tropical, so it kind of fits the moment. But her robe is patterned with pomegranates, a symbol of fertility. She's holding one in her hand. At least something's been translated so far. So yeah, they're symbolic of fertility, and she sits upon a luxurious array of cushions and flowing red velvet. As we can see, the velvet that she's sitting on here is flowing, but it's not red. It's a greeny blue color, to sort of contrast against the red background. Would it really have killed them to switch those around? Probably, but that's only because of what I know the next card is, and it's, in this deck, very heavily dependent on the color red, and I think for good reason, but we will get to that next month. One cushion features the symbol of Venus, the planet of love. I can't see any, unless that's what that big circle's supposed to be. If that circle is not supposed to be the sun, but instead just the planet Venus, I mean, it kind of makes sense scientifically. Venus is actually hotter than Mercury because of its atmosphere. Despite Mercury being closer to the sun, Venus is actually hotter, like its surface is hotter. So if that's what that's supposed to represent, then maybe. Other than that, I don't think the symbol of Venus has come across. I can't see any, I mean, it's the Empress, it's going to be a female anyway, but unless that's, like, yeah, I don't know. But so, anyway, so the symbol of Venus, planet of love, creativity, fertility, beauty, and grace, which is the essence of the Empress. A beautiful lush forest and winding streams surround the Empress, signifying her connection to Mother Earth and life itself. That could be what the recurring pattern of those leaves, both up in the top here and on her chest, could be representing. She draws her sense of peace from the trees and the water and is rejuvenated by the energy of nature. In the foreground, golden wheat springs from the soil, reflecting abundance from a recent harvest. The only thing I can think of is that maybe that's what those bananas are supposed to be, to try and keep the whole thing feeling very tropical. They've just gone for a much more particular plant, because if I'm correct, growing bananas is particularly difficult. You've got to like harvest them at just the right time, because as anyone who likes to eat bananas knows, they're ripe for about 2 days, and if you don't eat them within those 2 days, then they're bad. They're either really powdery and gross, or they're soft and already starting to go brown, because, so maybe that's what they're supposed to represent. Okay, so that brings us to the end of what the card is supposed to represent. I'm gonna that out of the way, back to the center, because the website goes on to give us its readings for upright and reversed, and then that's the end of it. So I'm now referring to my book. So for the book, we're going to take the picture that we just threw off that side of the screen, we're going to throw it up there again, so we have, and this time it's going to like be that way up while I read the upright, and then I'm going to spin it so that it's upside down for the reverse reading. Isn't that fun? Alright, so the upright reading goes like this. Ruled by Venus, the Empress is a card of love, creativity and fertility. It celebrates the beauty in life and encourages you to get inspired by taking time for yourself. Connect with your feminine energy and dive deep into pleasurable activities. This deck does also sort of focus quite heavily on feminine energy. If I'm not mistaken, that's just sort of your more like nurturing and emotional side, as opposed to like the masculine physicality and stuff like that. Ironically, emotions and physicality are both, just taking a break for a second, they're both like the negative introverted feminine signs in astrology, being water and earth. Just for something to think about. In short, go enjoy yourself. The Empress implores you to explore your surroundings, express your creativity, and plant the seeds for a fulfilling crop of life. Respect to Mother Earth, the source of which will ground you, but also allow you to reach into your higher consciousness for inspiration. The Empress is a nurturing soul who cares deeply about the people around her. Take after her loving vibes and support the people who are in your life. Remember to also nourish yourself, the greatest gift you can give unto others. Nice bit to finish off with some I got 10 minutes to finish this video and do like 100 steps. I don't want to fail my Fitbit today. Cool. Spin it around. It's probably just going to fade out and fade back in, upside down. There we go. Alright, so there is a lack of harmony in your life as you try to juggle everything to maintain balance. Stretching yourself way too thin and placing others' needs before your own is causing unnecessary stress. Getting back to sync means aligning yourself back to your own desires. Fill yourself up so that you have enough to give to others without depleting your resources. Lack of energy and creative blocks leave you feeling uninspired and monotonous. On the other hand, you may also be taking on the role of an overbearing mother who is too protective or demanding over her relationships. Under or overripe, the fruit is not ready for picking. Replenish yourself and you'll be able to find your center. Ground yourself back to the loving energy of Mother Earth with compassion. Cool. Now, I'm not sure if I'd mentioned this in the other videos, so I'll just mention it here. But each of the cards is symbolized by one of the planets or a star sign, meaning that and there's only 21 of them, which is 9 plus 12, so it's all of the star signs and then each of the planets. So I don't know what the anyway, I'll figure it out. My brain is hurting trying to understand what's going on. But the Fool, the first video I made, is symbolized by the planet Uranus, the Magician by Mercury, the High Priestess by the Moon, and the Empress by Venus. Our next card actually gives us our first star sign. So once I upload the next video, I will also be leaving a link to it from my Aries video, and obviously I'll let you know that again once it's up. But yeah, all the symbolism for Venus that's supposed to be in that card, because that's its ruling planet, basically. The same as, I think it was Taurus and Libra. God, I hope I'm right there. I've already made a Taurus video, and if I've missed, I know it's Libra. Libra's mine, and I know for like my sign, so I know for a fact that Libra's it. I think Taurus is its other one for the moon, for Venus. We just finished doing Cancer. Cancer was the moon. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. I know it sort of derailed a little bit there at the end, but give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed the rest of it. Hit the subscribe button if you want to see more videos from me, and the notification bell if you want to be notified when those videos go up, especially if you're interested in what the next tarot card is. I mean, you could always just look it up, but isn't it much more fun to just subscribe and be notified when that video goes up and let me tell you all about it? Because then you can just do other more fun things with your day, because this is the sort of stuff that I find fun. So yeah, anyway, now that the video's ended, until next time guys, keep your head screwed on.